And welcome back to the Christmas series, and today is December 31st. As a kid growing up in Charlotte, I remember looking at the map and seeing us squashed by two lakes. Lake Norman to the north and Lake Wylie to the south. They look pretty small to me, but then again, anything on a map does look small. I mean, it's not to scale after all. I'd never been to either one before 1998 when we went on a school field trip to the power plant. After the tour, we walked around the dock overlooking the lake, and it seemed like an endless sea to me. Again, I was in 4th grade, so the imagination does run wild. The shimmering blue surface, glistening in the spring sunlight, seemed to go on forever. But on the map, it looked so small. In high school, we went to Lake Wylie twice for a retreat, once freshman year and again senior year. I mean, compared to Lake Norman, it seemed like Lake Wylie was smaller, less developed, and far more quiet. It kind of resembled a pond, really. I mean, a large pond, but it didn't inspire the same level of awe as its northern counterpart. I mean, then again, the high school mind was a lot more different than the elementary school one. It could just be where we were, though, since we were staying in a camp. But looking back now, it did have this overgrown vibe about it. Like, there were plants everywhere, that it seemed like there were parts of the lake that were not touched by developers. You never really see any major towns or cities in the Lake Wylie area, like Lake Norman, and it seems smaller by comparison. I did mention it seemed like a pond earlier, and if you looked on the map, the southern lake was paltry by comparison. But that isn't a fair assessment, is it? Lake Norman is noisy. The region around it is overly developed, and there's no stopping from the looks of it. And frankly, there is quite a lot to do. The developers have made sure of that. And it's the poor man's beach too, if you can get a spot, but Lake Wylie has its own charms to it. I haven't been there in quite a while, but I'm certain it's still the same verdant scene as it was back in 2007. I mean, if the Google Maps images are to be believed. In a way, I'm glad they're different. I mean, they each suit a different purpose and aesthetic. It's like living between two seas. A busy, noisy sea and a quiet, calm one. Dealer's choice. I mean, sure, you won't get the entire vibe of being at a seaside port, but you can get close to it if you want. And to me, that's more than enough.